Hey, what's happening, guys? Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna watch some clips that I gathered from this week and we'll chill. How you guys doing today? Big shout out to Bailey. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Hi, Justin. Thank you for watching. It is a game with me going against Woke. Hey, what's up, Jaden? Big shout out to you. Thank you for watching. How am I? Good. So with layups, really, I practice layups a lot. Like the big thing about doing layups is when you're laying the ball up, you gotta make sure you have the right release, getting the right angle. I don't know why my video is doing that weird thing. And don't forget, we have Sunday Hoop Clinic. You can join us, learn something new. And every now and then I teach about layups. Different kinds of layups. Finger roll, underhand, overhand, reverse. Is the quality low? It's actually really good on my side. So right now I'm streaming at 1080p. So if you're on YouTube, try to change that. You should be able to watch it in a better version. The video is doing some weird thing though, like it's doing that chromatic aberration thing. Your top 5 right now. I think that's a really hard thing to say actually, because there's so many players that I haven't played in a while, so I can't really compare myself to them without really playing against them. Like Jojo's a good player, but I haven't played with him a long time. There's just a lot of good players out there. Lox is a really good shooter. If I go against him, I really need to guard the perimeter. Wogue's really good. It's just a back and forth going against him. Unknown's really good, especially with its defense. Pretty elite. Has a perimeter game. So there's a lot of good players. Doopsy's another one. Has a good handles. Very unpredictable. Good mid-range. Yeah. So I guess I'm not gonna say I'm in the top 5, but I'll say in terms of more realistic gameplay with a big bag of skills, I'll say I'm at least in the top 15. But yeah, I don't really focus on the ranking. I'm just focusing on like how to improve my game, how to add more things to my game. Because when you're always comparing yourself, you're kind of stuck into a box because you're kind of playing towards somebody's game style. Like if I say, "Oh, I'm trying to be better or be like Woke," I'm gonna be playing like Woke, but that's not the point. on a player like Harkin. So yeah, so if you're really serious about playing GymClass and getting better, I really say that just focus on yourself and working on your game. What are your thoughts on the full body update? It's really nice. Like it makes a lot of difference, and just being able to really see how the body moves along with the player, like watching their hand goes with the blocks. Like before, you only see like the hand, but now you can actually see their arm going as they're trying to block you. So I think it's a really great update, especially if our goal is to be more realistic. This is a really good question, guys. Keep them coming. Yeah, it really helps you in shooting as well, because you know you can actually see your arm go up, and you can actually like for me, if I'm watching my replays from a different angle, I can actually see my shooting motion, how the ball moves around. Are you better in the paint or out of the paint? I think I'm really good inside the paint because I have too many options when I'm inside the paint. Because I can post up, I can create separation by like a step back or a side step, or I can do like a pivot, and then I can also lay up. So I think I'm more consistent and danger inside the paint. I'm better out of the paint. You know what's funny is, like, if you actually see me in game, I'm not that tall. Like my high calibration's kind of bugs. So I'm like small end game, like at least maybe 3 or 4 inches smaller than I am in real life. But even so, I'll go inside the paint against unknown who's like 6 foot in the game. I mean, in real life as well. But it's really about not being tall, but being able to be um, unpredictable and having different options to score. Because if they know that all you do is like do a floater, then they'll just key into that move and block your floaters. But if you can do a dream shake or a shimmy to a pull up, side step, different options, it just opens up your options inside the paint, and it makes you unpredictable and hard to block. But you know, yeah, I think like really the goal is to have different options, being a threat inside and outside of the paint. Like for me, I have moves that happens inside in the paint, and I have moves that happens outside of. So, like for example, that one I just a little spin to a pull up. So I know that I can shoot outside. Also, if I can't make those shots, I can actually just move inside the paint and score that way. What's my favorite layup to do is probably reverse or that left glass finish. I think those are legal. I think I'm not the best YouTuber yet, but you know I'm consistently working, adding new things to my game, like different editing styles. But, you know, I'm staying in the grind. That's all that matters, you know. But I appreciate that as well. Appreciate the words. I like the Euro step a lot. It gives you a lot of space. Yeah, yeah, totally. That Euro step. So when I do my Euro step is kind of different because most people will do like bam from one side to the other side. But like for me, sometimes I'll just like grab my from my left hand. I'll I'll pick up and then move it to my right hand. So even though I'm not like shifting from one side to other, what I'm doing is I'm slowly just moving my hand as I pick it up. But sometimes it's hard to do Euro step because I look smaller in the game. So if I'm going against somebody that's taller, if I do a Euro step, they can just block it over my head. Question for the content creator role. If you can answer it, I'm currently uploading YouTube shorts and not much full-length videos. I think my suggestion, I don't run the content creator program, but what I suggest is you do both. Do a short and do a full length too, because it just helps you build your audience, and in the long run it's just better because you get practice in creating shorts, which is very different. Your focus is making something that's very attention grabbing but at the same time short. But if you have a full length video, you can actually explore more things for your content, like, and be more creative. So I say try to mix both of them and just see what works with you, but definitely work on both of them at the same time if you can. Hey, I appreciate that, Bailey. Jaden, I think that would be a better choice. Yeah, TikTok is easier because it's easier to get into the algorithm and get views. Like even if I'm not like doing really well, I can still probably get at least 100 to 200 to 300 views. When in comparison to YouTube, it's like it can get really slow. When you're first starting, you're probably just gonna get 10 to 20 to 30 views, and sometimes it's highly discouraging, but you just gotta put in the work. Like a year ago when I first started like uploading GymClass video on YouTube, I'm only getting like 10 to 15 views, even though I'm uploading like constant and a really good content. But that's just how it works. Sometimes it's just a slow start, but you just gotta keep working. Currently making content, I've made a lot of. Yeah, I think one of the greatest thing about GymClass is we have so many content creators in game that it's so easy to meet them. Like I go to Discord lobbies every now and then. How do you become a YouTuber? Like the simplest step is create a YouTube account and start uploading videos. And then as you keep doing it, you start adding and learning things that you can make that can make your videos more interesting, more creative, and more attention grabbing. But it's a whole process. You can't just jump in and think that it's gonna work out. It's a long way. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it goes quick, but you just gotta stay in the grind and constantly work on your craft. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to like a lot of people that's watching content about GymClass on YouTube. I mean, on TikTok are more often than not will look into YouTube as well. Like I have a video about shooting tutorial that went to 99K views up to this day. Like even big YouTube, big TikTokers like Ton and Asake, they still have an account on YouTube because it's important to work at different platforms at the same time because you want to grow yourself as much as possible. Yeah, as long as you're making, you're having fun, you're making friends, you're enjoying the game, I think organically you're gonna find your way. So don't focus too much in like, oh, I gotta make so amazing content, but instead enjoy yourself while you're playing the game, and it will come in naturally. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like when I made my first shooting tutorial, it was so like in depth. Like I really talked about shooting as much as I can, not because I want to get the views, but because there's people that actually ask, "Hey, how can I shoot? How can I get better at shooting? How do you shoot?" So yeah, so I'm totally with you on that. This one is actually uh, one of my favorite streams that I've done. Well, I mean, one of my recent recording that I've done because this is a Japanese player that I used to play when I used to play just pubs. Like before I went to Discord, I'll play like 50s and 100s a lot of the time. And yeah, it's called Some. He's from Japan. He's been playing the game for a while too. Like I've started in March, and maybe I met him in August or September. It's crazy that this game like connects a lot of people, not only from.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling.
Yeah, AJ. Yeah, I played with AJ before too. He's pretty good. You know? I haven't seen him in a while, but I've seen him in Discord.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling.
It was really funny though. Let me actually put the audio on this one.
Why you be?
Alright, let's listen to this.
そっていいんかいな。あ、しまった。
Did a layup on him.
おお、うまいな。
That blew his mind. He was like, "Oh,
それが敵。
that layup's nice." Heads up, mid range, nice, nice. I've always known that he's a good shooter.
ちょっといいんかな。これなしやん。ですね。
The only thing is like he doesn't play full Discord rules yet. I mean, yeah, that's fair because he doesn't play Discord that much. He's always in the comp lobbies or pub. All the way.
何早い。あ、ソリ。
Yeah, GymClass is coming out this fall, so hopefully next month, and it's gonna open a lot. We're gonna see more players. We're almost 35,000 in the Discord server, so I'm thinking it's just gonna blow up. Because like, if you play GymClass and if you want to unlock more things, more experiences, connect to the community, you're most likely gonna go to the Discord, which is gonna get crazier. But I'm all for it. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a great thing. Oh, is it too loud? I'm gonna increase the volume of my mic. Hopefully that works. He's sweating too. He's trying to. Ooh, hit that shot. Do you think GymClass is gonna get better? Yeah, totally. I think the longer GymClass is around, it's just gonna get better because our developer is really open. They always listen to our feedback, and yeah, I think it's just this is gonna get better because there's gonna be more players. There's gonna be more demand. Of course, the devs are gonna put in the work to keep the game going and as well as get bigger. There's a lot of stuff ahead of us. Like I know that we're opening up the stadium somewhere maybe in December or towards the holidays. So as we approach the holidays, there's more new things coming. Do you think GymClass should be more like 2K? I think in a certain aspect, yes or no. There are things that I like about 2K, but there are things that I don't like about 2K, so I don't really know. I think GymClass on its own is a very unique game, and I think like I like the battle pass thing. think we can totally add something like that. I think that would be really cool.
No! やばいやばいやばいやばい。
What do you guys think about my little character in the bottom? Should I make it
あ、
bigger?
普通に負ける。あ、危ない。危ない。何？
No, it's perfectly fine. All right, thank you. Do you think GymClass should add full court games or maybe a 5v5? I think later on we're planning to add a full court 4v4 maybe.
Dude, I'm not
I think it's not much of if we want to add 5v5 full court. It's more like can the quest actually handle the work of doing that? Because at the moment, yeah, it's more of a hardware limitations at the moment. Yeah. I'm just testing these things out. I think having a character in the screen kind of helps into making and giving me more personality in making these videos. Or I mean, streaming alone. Yeah, I just feel more personalized. You know what I mean? Can do this. Can do this. Do hand signs. All that good stuff. Can do the Naruto hand. Hopefully. Nope. Yeah, that's hard to track, I guess. Yeah, he tired as heck. Lost the ball. I like how GymClass is like 2K. Everyone can have their own shooting requirements. Yeah, that's something that I really like too. Like every player has their own personality in game. How much trash talkers do you hate? You know, the crazy thing is I don't really play with a lot of like trash talkers. Like I mean, I know people that trash talks are like my friends that trash talks, but I don't think it's not too crazy enough that throws you off or like kind of gets into you. Everything's all in fun and game, and you try not to make it toxic. Hey, what's up, ZZ? Thank you for tuning in. Hey, he's making all this crazy noise, but it's fun though. It's funny though, because I haven't seen Soul Man like maybe about a couple of months, like at least 3 or 4 months. And when I went to the gym, he just saw me and he was like, he said he remembers me. He doesn't speak a lot of English, so the way I can get his attention is actually try to say talk in Japanese. Yeah, I actually don't go to Miami that much because I stay on my gym most of the time. If I'm not in my gym, I'm in Woke's GM or somebody's GM. Usually I just go in to kind of just chill with people, kind of moderate, make sure people are nice, nobody's doing toxic things. Bounced out. Hey, I appreciate that, Jaden. You know, I mean, it's the same thing for me. I think when I started, I wasn't focused to it that much, but Woke started working on TikTok, and I was like, yo, that could be really something.
What he's been saying today. It's
Bob
happened
was never gonna get it.
in my
'Cause
school.
He's been
A lot of
he's been the most like moderated person.
he said-
Oh yeah, I mean the same thing
said
too. Like
that,
English is not my first
people were
language;
gonna
it's more like my third or fourth language. So it's tough for me, but you know, we're all here just to have fun and chill. So
Person. For some reason, it's
we're
really
just
decent.
chilling.
Then jump shot. The light. Oh.
Oh, he's just not getting.
How do
to
you
it
record
because
for
the man
TikTok?
content
So really,
the man's gotten like
my
3
videos are mostly like
Oh,
this
right.
size, so they're not really meant for
That's how you
TikTok
do
because it ends up cutting the edges for the portrait video. So
in a week. He's probably gotten like 12.
it's kind of challenging, but I just record like this, pick parts that I like, and then just kind of put highlights or just pick a certain move that I like to show people.
I'm not gonna lie. All of those racked up logs, I think to get rid of.
Let's put in the music back and
Yelling my line about nothing. Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with it. Who line for nothing? I see that we different.
hey, Spanish is a really good language. I know some Spanish. I'm not the best, but enough to kind of hang out and chill. I work with a lot of Hispanic people. I love them. I love the food. I get along with them. The culture is pretty much the same as me, so I really dig it. I listen to music. I can sing in Spanish. Yeah. You edit on PC. So if I'm editing on PC, I'm using Premiere Pro, and you know, I don't do anything crazy. I add maybe like an intro, a couple of titles, a few effects, but I'm not like going ham in it. This music's kind of loud. You haven't met an Arabic speaker. We have I think one of our content creators Arabic, by the way. He's not from he's not there, but he lives in US. But yeah, GymClass is a very big community, like all over the world. I've met people from UK, from different parts of Europe, Netherlands, Switzerland, all that good stuff. Dominican Republic, um, Philippines. Yeah. Why did you decide to motivate yourself to gym class? That's a good question. I think I've always loved basketball, even like as a kid. Like I played basketball in high school, maybe at not the highest level, but I'm always involved to it. I love watching basketball. I love doing film sesh. Even when I grew up, I started coaching. Actually, that's why I'm coaching in gym class as well. So I coach third, fourth, fifth basketball, boys and girls. I've done sports fest, all the big things. I've done Rotary tournament through the city. Yeah. What's your favorite team right now? Ooh, that's a hard question. What I'll say is I like to watch Memphis. I think they have like that edge, and watching John Morant kind of reminds me of that young D Rose that I grew up watching. That guy's a beast. So so I think it's fun to watch, and I like this young cats playing honestly because they have a different play style that's very fun to watch. They're very flashy. But I do miss those older players. Like watching Kobe play was so amazing because you just see so much experience and just knowledge watching them. It's just like just crazy. Well, what's your main position? I'm usually I run the point because I'm not gonna say I'm like the best point guard, but I do have some sort of vision. I know plays. I like directing the ball. I have some decent handles to get some space. Yeah, I agree with that. If you had to pick someone from gym class community in their prime you want to play with, ooh, that's tough. I think I would say Smoke. I don't know if you guys remember him. His name on YouTube is Smoke Sweats. He's one of the first gym class content creator on YouTube actually, and I don't know. He was just a very good all around player. He's good with ISO. He's good playing with twos. He's crafty. Yeah. So when I was coming up, I'm like not the best, but yeah, well, Smoke was like the guy. Who's is in the house? What's up, Who's? Who's the first friend that you met in gym class? Ooh, I met so many good people in gym class. Um, I would say Woke really is one of like the closest friend that I've met through gym class. Like if I'm not working, like we've been playing like every day. Like I remember when I was on vacay, we would hoop like every day, just learning new things. And that's the good thing about playing with this like really good cats is you just learn different things as you play with them. Like pick and roll game, I picked that up on gym class. I picked that up from Woke. He has a really good pick and roll game. Like pick and pop, the way he cut into the basket. Yeah, they like meeting fans in games. Like, I mean, it. I love like meeting fans in game. Like I'm not like always in public gyms, so I don't get to meet them a lot. But I think every time that I get to meet them, it's always like a positive experience, and they're very appreciative. And I like hearing people be motivated from the work I do. So I'm 100% into that. Sometimes gets hectic, especially like for example, I have to go in and moderate. Sometimes like they get in the way, but I'm always appreciative when I see them in game. Always good people. Roar. What's up, Revenge? What's up, Puffin? How y'all doing? What's good? Add two more in the playlist. Let's actually switch. Let's do game against Slay. How often do I play tournaments? That's a good question. I actually don't play a lot of tournaments. A lot of them happens during like my work hours, so I'm just not available during hours. So yeah, you probably won't see me joining some of those friendly fire tournaments. It's just schedule conflict. When you get older, you have like responsibilities. Someone new to gym class. That's a good question. I think well, what I say is focus on working in your own craft before you move out and like start comparing your stuff or start playing against other people. Like sometimes you play once too much and you're like just very into like, oh, I gotta win, I gotta win, I gotta win, and it kind of removes you from the fact of you need to grow to be a better player. You need to learn different moves. You need to have different options. You need to improve your handles to do different things. So really, if you're new to gym class, just play the game. Slowly, you'll find your way into competitive, into getting better. But just do one step at a time. Like when I watched Kobe, when he started playing in Italy or when he came back to US, actually, he was way behind. And what he was saying, if I'm gonna measure my own talent against them, I'm just not gonna be better. So what he did is, okay, one summer I'm gonna work on shooting. The following summer I'm gonna work on dribbling, and then as you build all these things, you're just gonna be a way better player because you're focusing on improving yourself. So once you get into those games, you're just gonna be ready. Special perks. I think the biggest perk for me is really getting to try new things before everybody can. I think it's really nice, like when something is gonna get released, we're the first beta testers, so I think that's the biggest perk of being a community developer, being able to see and watch the game like grow like a baby practically. Because I've been here for at least a year. What do I hate about gym class? Um, uh, Players that I don't know. Hate is such a big word. I wouldn't say I hate them, but I dislike players that don't follow that treat the game like an arcade game. Like this is not 2K. You're not spamming things. This is a virtual reality game, so I want people to play it like a real sport. I know, like in the beginning, it's hard to do it realistically, but like if you're playing the game for a while, I'm assuming that at least you wanna like improve yourself to be like a better player overall. Like if I know that you're a good 3 point shooter on the wing and that's all that you do, and you don't even want to try other moves, then yeah, I don't want to play with you. If all you do is dunk, then I don't want to play with you. I like players that have a big bag of moves, different options, because I want to learn when I play with somebody. That's why I like playing with Woe, because he always has something new. That's why I like playing with Doopsy, because he has new tricks that I can see. Do you normally joke around like about this gaming? Not really. Like I myself don't play 2K that much anymore, so it's not really on my vision anymore. Like I don't really care about it as much. Like in general, like just don't play with them. That's why I'm in GM or I'm in somebody's GM most of the time because I like to play with people that I know will play the way I play at least or try to play the way I play at least. So I find it more enjoyable because like for me, I don't have a lot of time to play. Like maybe I'll have an hour or two a day. So I want to make sure that I'm making the most out of it. That way I'm getting better and I'm enjoying myself. Because I don't want to play 2 hours of pubs and not learn anything. You know what I mean? Just like when playing twos, I don't really play twos with a lot of people because I play a very specific type of game style. So I like to play with people that kind of understand how I play. So I play with Woke, I play with Doopsy, I play with Unknown, I play with Lay. Um, yeah, so yeah, I'm playing 2K as we speak, but I play GymClass later. I mean, there's nothing wrong playing with other games. I just feel like they're very different, and you should approach them differently because they're played very different. Like if I'm playing 2K, I'm really being judged in the way I press all those buttons, my reaction time, and my technique. But when I'm playing gym class, it's more about my physical movements, how I move my hands, how my vision looks like when I'm playing the game, how I have moves that I've learned to use in the game. So it's just a more in depth. Yeah, so the 4th of July skin, us the community developers still have it. I guess that's one of the perks. I really like the red and blue. Those are like my favorite colors, so that's why I use it often. What do you do when none of your friends are online? So when none of my friends are online, like my first thing is just practice. I go to my gym and I have a set of warm ups and drills that I actually do every day. If you've watched my videos, quick plug, if you haven't followed me or subscribed my channel, please do right now. Greatly appreciate it. Like the video and all that good stuff. But moving on. Um, Dang, I lost my train of thought. What was your question again? Oh, okay. So I have I have a video about drills, and one of the drills that I posted here is called I think it's called the range extender. I think that's my favorite drill. Basically, you're just making 10 shots in each like spots in a straight line, and it like progressively moves further. And I think that really helps me. Like, I'll do that for like a couple of minutes, get at least like 70 points in the scoreboard, and after that, I work on my moves. Like, if I have a move that I've seen on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, I work on those. Let's say it's a hezzy to a spin pullback combo. I'm just gonna do that till I can make it consistently, or like at least 2 or 3 times in a row. That means I have the move down. Then after that, I'll work on some moves, practice my old moves, and like just expand my work. And then after that, I'll head over to the bot, play at least 2 or 3 games. Yeah, you should invite me. Oh yeah, for sure, ZZ. I'll invite you one of these days so we can hoop. I'm down for that. I'm on the PST time zone, so I kind of play late, so it's hard to catch me. But on the weekends, yeah, for sure. What do you need to work on in gym class? What I need to work on in gym class is my defense. Some people I have say that I have good defense, but I don't really block people. What I do is instead of blocking them, as they move the ball towards like they're right here, I just trip the ball before they can actually go up. Like sometimes I'll go up if it's a layup, but in the perimeter I have a very bad perimeter defense. And then I need to be more consistent and open up my options in the perimeter because I feel like I either do like top of the key or right or left wing. That's about it. So now I started shooting in the corner like whoa because I feel like you just have to have more options. You can't limit yourself in just having like the top of the key or wing. So it's not the best, but it's something that works. Hey, for sure, for sure. Thank you for tuning in, ZZ. Hope to see you in games sometime. So in this game, I'm playing against Lay, and he's about at least maybe 4 or 5 inches taller than me here, but you still see me working inside the paint because you don't have to be that tall. So maybe this is the last game, and then I'm gonna be done for today because I'm gonna have to eat. I'm starving. Yeah. Ooh, easy lay on me. Maybe I lost this game. I don't even know. Alright, nice. Mid range. So that's my spot. I like to hit mid range around the free throw area. Yeah, I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna play too. You know, I gotta work on my moves. You know, reverse. Yes, sir. Maybe I'll do this on Twitch too. I don't really get a lot of viewers there, so it's kind of hard. Twitch is really hard in terms of the algorithm, by the way. So if you have a really small audience, like 1 or 2, yeah, people won't find you because, like, if you look up a game, you'll see at least the top 3 or 4 people. But since gym class is still kind of like a niche game, and Twitch, it's still kind of hard to find viewers in there. But you know, we do our best. Ooh, congratulations to Maddox. I think he won the recreation thing. It's very nice, very nice. It was a really good stream, by the way. Thank you for everybody who watched the stream. Lots of good questions, good stuff to discuss. It's almost kind of like a podcast. Ooh, nice move there. That's a lay. Oh, that was like my variation of the Euro step. Yes, sir. Euro. Ooh, nice. That was a good play too. Finish left glass. I think that's something that I highly recommend. If you like to do layups, you need to have a left glass finish. Because people can key in if they know that you can only play from the right side of the glass. You guys have really good questions and comments today. Spin. Pull up. Blocked. Yeah. Stuff. Lateral float. Yes. Like, I don't even need to see the thing. I just know that it's gonna fall. I think that's the hard part if you're a small end game. Like, if somebody tries to block you, just the rim just disappears because they cover the whole thing. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Ending the stream. Thank you for all the people who tuned in and asked really good questions. Do you think full body avatars should be open to everyone? Yeah, that's tough. I think the way that devs are kind of setting it up right now is like there's like two different experiences. You have the regular experience where you don't have the full body avatar, you don't have some of the options like the GM mode, but you still can play the game and still enjoy it. But I think GM mode just kind of unlocks the whole experience. Like if you want to have your own personalized GymClass experience that you have more control over with, then paying for that $12 is nothing really comparing to like that new game that came out, that football game that was $30. Hey, thank you, Justin. I'll see you guys next time. You guys have a good day. Hope to see you in game. Enjoy ballin'. Yee yee.